Welcome to Nonsense.
Hey, I'm Zach.
And I'm Amanda.
Sorry about last week. No YouTube video because it did record two problems with recording. One, it only recorded my audio. Two, it didn't record any moving. So if it's working this week, you should be able to see my mouse move. And you might have been screaming to us because we have so many fans. Um, why don't you just do Zoom? The whole world does Zoom. Just record the screen. And you're right. Let's try that. So we're gonna try that this time. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't. Maybe you'll get a YouTube video. Maybe you won't. But that's nonsense. I mean, anyone explain what nonsense is?
Nonsense.
Eventually, I guess we'll stop. But
Yeah,
while we
Nonsense
do it,
is a mystery board game podcast where Zach and I play a board game, but we don't tell you what it is. We tell you just about everything else, but we don't tell you the title. And you have one whole week to guess before we tell you on the next episode what game we played. So for those of you,
speaking of,
yes. So
yep,
for those of you who
it's
listened
my turn
last
again,
week,
right?
yes, it's
Do I
your
have to
turn
do it
again.
too? Yes.
Yes.
Last week we played Just Desserts. Yay! What a fun game. I'm
It
sure it
was
was
a
very
really
entertaining
fun
for you
time.
guys. That's
So,
a good game. You should check it out on Board Game Arena. Board Game
yes.
Arena. You guys should sponsor us. I'm
So,
serious.
also, in another note for you who are keeping track of the almighty scoreboard at your house, and you should be, Zach 3, Amanda 5, because I won last week, and
Hmm.
Mahina 1.
By the way, we didn't explain what Mahina was for our dedicated listeners, which is like all two of you, which is 100% of our listening audience. So this is a moot point. Mahina is uh, our rando card Rissian, if you will, our uh, our 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 fake. Whenever we play a co-op game, the computer, it's the machine. So we lost our co-op game. That's why Mahina has a point on the almighty scoreboard.
Yes. And today we're playing a new game, which we chose 5 minutes ago.
Yep. Which is one of our favorite games. This one may have like a bunch of repeats whenever we can't think of a game to play, or probably more likely we just really want to play the game again. So maybe
It's a
that's a
dice
hint
game.
already.
So it's a dice game, and it's my
Mhm.
turn to go first. The computer randomly chooses someone to go first.
Yep.
It's my
The
turn.
Mahina.
I guess I have to do this. I have to choose Death Race.
Wow. If you don't already know what the game is, shame on you guys. The nonsensicals,
Oh
you
man.
guys. Wow. I really hope the YouTube works because this is a fun game to watch. All right.
Telepathic Oreo, which is my
I
username on Board Game Arena, fails to deal with the Earthling military.
Yep, I'm Maestro Brandt, which is my last name. And I should probably change that to like an actual cool name. But I'm Maestro in most of the online world because I'm a music person. I've composed music, by the way. You should I wrote a piece for an orchestra. It was played by my university orchestra. It sounds cool. It's kind of John Williamsy. It's like movie score music. Um, if you listen to um, my other podcast, The Aspiring Music Psychologist, the intro is the theme to that orchestral piece. Of course, it's like way dumbed down and only one instrument. I played it on my keyboard, but still, I am technically a maestro. They called me that whenever I went up and I premiered it. So I was like a conductor. So I composed it and conducted it. Aren't I cool? I'm so humble. I'm one of the most modest people I know. I'm not used to like talking like this, but I guess being a podcast host, you kind of have to talk. But I think that's cool.
Actually,
Music's
when
awesome.
when that happened, Zach's mom texted me and said that Zach was going to be doing it and sent me a link. So I watched him. Come on!
hey, hey, that's a lot of
That
death
was so
race.
much work
It's just a
for the
chicken. Come on.
chickens.
All right.
Dang it.
How was it? Did you like the piece? I really
did.
like it.
I quite enjoyed it. What I remember of it, I'm going to be honest, it was close to my bedtime when it happened.
Mm.
and I was like, man, I hope he goes soon because otherwise I'm gonna fall asleep.
And did I get to go?
You did get to go.
Excellent.
Your beard was quite impressive.
Oh yeah, I had a beard then.
Yes.
Sometimes, so the beard thing is just laziness. I don't. Most people hate the beard. Um, my family likes the beard, but it's just the lazy beard. What's also nice about this game is it goes pretty fast. Oh, did I start record? Yes, I did. I did start the timer. I'm so
Okay,
smart.
good.
We've been playing for about 7 minutes already.
Wow, really? Okay,
We need
so
a name for the timer because we have the almighty scoreboard. We have the prophetic tapestry of games foretold, or the PT OGF, or the PTGOF, or the TOGF, the TOGF, the TOGF. Yes, I'm very happy about that. Whenever we get into the merch game, our posters are gonna be fire. We're gonna have the prophetic tapestry of games foretold as a poster. If you're a listener and you are an artist of the like any sort of like drawing, painting, computer, not really animation because it's going to be a still, but if you want to, like, if you're good at designing posters, hit us up. Maybe we can talk. We have a friend who's pretty artistic, but we tried to make a board game once, and we basically have the board game done. Like, it's done. All it needs is play testing to balance and the artwork. And the artwork was assigned to our art friend, who is not done it because he's off being a successful. I don't want to like. I don't know. I don't want to give away too much information because I don't want. I don't know how secure it is, whatever. But he's doing his thing, like actually having a for real job. But he's too busy for the art stuff. So if you're a listener and you like doing art stuff, and there's a big like the people who like art and the people who like board games in that Venn diagram where it's art, board games, it's just a singular circle. I'm sure like so many lovers of board games are just lovers of art. So if you're one of those people and you want to design a poster for us, I mean, do we even have contact information yet?
actually, funny you should mention contact information because
Excellent.
I checked a box um on Anchor, and
Wow, that's funny.
anyone who anyone who listens to our podcast
Mhm.
can go to the URL at the end of every episode description
Hmm.
and leave us a voice message, and we can use that audio in the podcast. So if you're
How
listening,
cool is that, guys?
you can leave us a voice message and we'll probably listen to it because we'll probably only get like two.
Yeah, if that, and it'll be from our family and friends. Can we could oh that's totally we could do something about that. Uh oh dude, you know what we could do? We maybe this will work, maybe this won't. But we know what we could do if we get into a system where uh like when we record it is for like the next week. We could have everyone send in, like, leave us your voice, but like tell us what your guess is, right?
Yes,
Guess with your voice, and then we'll make like a quick like montage. Every single episode, you'll hear your voice in the next episode of Nonsense. Does that sound cool?
I
So
think it
like
sounds
we'll be like,
cool.
welcome to Nonsense, and here are all the nonsensicals who guessed correctly. So we won't put everyone's unless you want us to put in your incorrect guesses. That'd be hilarious. And we'll have like our the court, the nonsensical court of people who are allowed to like are come into our kingdom with all your voices, all blah 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 blah, all the correct guesses, and then we'll have like our dungeon with all the hilarious miss, which we'll get a lot of trolling, I'm sure.
Oh,
But
you know we're gonna get a guy or a guy or a girl, either way, who just
yeah.
guesses the same game every week because they're bound to be right eventually.
Well, now we are for sure after they heard you suggest that. I'm about to get a really good hand here or not. We'll see what happens. I need this to either be a human because we are searching for humans, or basically, I just don't need another tank. All right, come on. Don't be a tank. All right, we'll take another cow that I can't even bring back on the ship.
What the heck?
Come on, tanks. Yep. Why didn't you go with the humans?
What the
You get
heck?
2 points. And all that for one chicken again.
Yeah, I know. I love the chickens. What can I say?
Amanda's Galaxy is they're running out of chickens apparently.
I got a
Oh, I
lot.
just got like a flashback to Jimmy Neutron when that movie where they go to like Poltron and there's like the flying chicken. No, Poltron's the name of the huge chicken, I think. And they dance a chicken dance. Or all the parents are like mind controlled to dance a chicken dance. Oh man,
Today,
early 2000s kids. Remember how everyone says 90s kids? And I'm like at the tail bit of the 90s kids. Like I barely remember like Rugrats and all that kind of situation. And Legends of the Hidden Temple. What's it called?
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Yeah. Great. I'm like I was hitting reruns of those whenever I was a kid, but I'm now we're getting into like 2000s kids where it's like Jimmy Neutron, Fairly Odd Parents, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody kind of. There's overlap between the two, but I'm excited about the voice recording stuff. You guys should totally do that.
I agree. You should definitely leave us a voice recording. There's a URL where you can do that. Like I said, it's at the end of every episode's description, and you are able to. I don't know if it's a link that you click, or you could probably just like copy and paste the URL.
What a round, Amanda. Excellent.
The worst possible outcome.
It's like this the Battle of Antietam. There's so much blood everywhere and just no ground. Oh, look at all these chickens. Please give me the. Oh, you're gonna notice, just real quick, you're gonna notice that like you're gonna have a situation, you the listener, where every other episode is gonna be like much better than the odd one. So like for instance, all the even numbered episodes are going to be so much better than all the odd number episodes because we kind of record them 2 at a time. So the second one of the night, we're much more loose and it kind of just free flows. So this one I think is going to be a lot better than last week's episode. So just, roll with us. We're going to post everything we record. We're not going to throw away anything. Like
it's
last episode should have been a throwaway for sure. But
when I edit episodes, I only edit. I don't edit for content. I edit to like take out the awkward silences, and that's literally it.
Oh, smart. I didn't even think to do that.
Man, I only take out the awkward.
Come on, give me it. Oh. Nope.
Oh man, I would have been wrecked if you did that. So
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm winning, by the way. What's the score, Amanda?
The score is right now. Gosh dang it.
Hooray.
The score is right now Zach 9, Amanda 7.
You know why I wanted you to say it?
Because I had 6.
Before you just got 1 point to make it 7-9. Anyway. We had like the wonderful number. All right. I think I might have just jumped there on your Zoom. That's fine. Hopefully the recording's fine. Or not. She doesn't seem like she can hear me.
Oh, wait, for what? I can hear you.
Oh, now I can. Maybe she was like focusing on something else. I thought the Zoom like cut out for a second, but.
No, it's okay on my end.
Okay. Maybe it was bad on my end. I don't know. Okay. Roll all available dice. I need some humans.
Oh, man.
I'm winning by 2. I need a chicken. Poltron's coming home. Oh, yes. 1 of each. Oh, Amanda in anguish. Looks like the almighty scoreboard is going to need some adjusting. I know what I was saying before. I was saying, I don't know why anyway. I rolled. We need a name for the stopwatch that sometimes gets remembered.
So we have that sometimes get remembered.
That's it.
I don't understand why it wouldn't be.
All right, so we have the almighty scoreboard, the prophetic tapestry of games foretold, or the PTOGF, or the Patogf, yes, and what is it? The stopwatch that sometimes gets remembered?
The stopwatch that sometimes gets remembered.
The SWTSGR, or
Isn't stopwatch one word?
oh, hang on. Uh, the
The
what is it?
STGR.
The Stugger.
The ST, the stopwatch that sometimes, so STSGR.
The Stutsker. Statscar. The
Ooh, the StatsGar.
Statscar. We like stats. We like data.
We love data.
We get more
Speaking
and
of
more
data,
listeners every week with
speaking of
zero
data,
revenue because we don't have any sponsors yet.
how is your
So,
data job?
you want to talk about that?
Yeah, tell me about
I
your data job.
absolutely hate it.
Oh,
I'm serious.
oh no.
And it's nothing to do with data. I love data. I would love to tell you about what I do, but I can't because it's confidential. And I also can't because I don't do anything because um gosh, I don't know if I can get in trouble like talking bad about my work. I don't know. Uh you know, you can talk bad about work, I guess, because no one likes work per se. But I'm not gonna like the onboarding isn't great. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, do you have to
Um
watch a bunch of videos?
I mean, I did, yes, but even now, when I'm like, I'm there, I'm supposed to be doing my job and stuff. I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing. They kind of just gave me a bunch of spreadsheets and said go, which is okay. And I can be independent. I just need a little bit of guidance just to know what I'm supposed to like, you know. And
What
I'm
are you
sending
supposed
out
to do with the
emails.
spreadsheets?
And I'm sending out emails. Okay, I've ran analysis on these things. Like here are some points I think are interesting. Does this make sense at all? One, two, do you like, is this the kind of stuff you're looking for? Three, do you have any suggestions of your own? Like that you want to see? Like, cause you're not really telling me, like, I would like you to say, okay, here are the spreadsheets. We want to know this. Can you figure it out? And they kind of did that a little bit, like at the beginning. But then ever since they did that, this is like days and days ago, I've sent them emails saying like, hey, here's what I've done. Oh, I also have questions about terminology. Can you answer these terminology questions? Because every single company like has different acronyms and what different things mean. I'm like, can you help me out with that? Simple questions, no response. And also, government work is so slow. It just is. Everyone knows this. You do the hurry up and wait thing. You work so hard and you have to wait forever. Um, it's. I don't like it so far. Um, so I think, am I forgetting something? I don't know. I don't know if there was more to my story. Uh, yes. One last thing. Um, so in order to do my data work, um, I would very much like to be able to use coding languages, Python, because that's what you do as a data scientist. Is you kind of go beyond what Excel can do. You use databases, and you use computer coding to run, you know, modeling, predictive regressions, um, different EDA, which stands for exploratory data analysis, on your data set. I can do it so much faster in Python. That's what I'm trained to do. It's so powerful. There's no Well, first of all, it looks like there's no Python on the computers. It could be that there is Python on the computers, but I don't have access to it because I go into my command prompt or terminal for Mac users and type in Python and it says access denied.
Oh no.
So I'm waiting on a request to the IT office to literally let me download Python. And they're concerned that I could use it to install malware and hack the US government. And I'm like, I've already been vetted. I have my common access card. I had to do a lot of work to get the security clearance anyway. You've done your work in vetting me. Now give sorry, I just had a bad dice roll in the game. And my turn. Um I've already been vetted. Um just give me the tools I need to make this. It's not really a company. This office, this court, whatever, more efficient, better. You hired me to help, so give me the tools I need. And they're like, well, security reasons. And like, well, what security reasons? Oh, well, not really us, it's them. Well, then give me their number. Well, I'm talking so much smack. This is my own government, which I guess a lot of people complain about the government. And
I want to talk to them.
like, yeah. And even like my superiors are like, yep, this is what you're gonna get. Like, well, I'll try to get you access. And they're nice. I'm talking like I'm like, oh, I'm the boss. Like they're very nice. It's just it's the slowest moving. Imagine progress is a ball. And in like the private sector, we have like Facebook and Spotify, and this ball is like a baseball hit by Babe Ruth or someone who hits baseballs really well, because we're good at sports here at Nonsense. That's how fast you can take the ball. You want to hit it, you hit it. The progress, it moves. The work moves. You can kick it, you can throw it. It's good. All right. Now in government work, imagine this ball is like a 40-foot wide bowling ball, and you want to get it to go somewhere. Go ahead and start pushing it. I dare you. You know, like imagine the heaviest freaking like ball. Imagine the target like sphere, the red balls out in front of target. That's the ball you're supposed to move. That's the kind of work you're dealing with. That's how slow and how difficult it is to get anything done in the government work. Oh, I'm on a roll. I hope that captures the sound, because I just won a game.
Zach
I've
just
won this game.
All right, let's update.
Thank you, BGA, Board Game Arena.
Let's update the almighty scoreboard.
Yep, we've been playing for 23 minutes already. We could zoom through another one. What's the almighty scoreboard say?
The almighty scoreboard says, and if you're keeping track at home, and you should be, for your records, the almighty scoreboard is Zach 4, Amanda 5, Mahina 1.
That's right, Mahina. Know your place. I barely won too. I got like exactly the magic number. All right, let's quick start another one.
Okay, we'll play again.
I don't know if I have to like hit play again, or do I hit propose rematch?
I invited you.
Yeah, I'm telling you, whenever you do that, I don't see it. Let's see what happens if I hit play again. See, now it shows you my stuff up here. There's Anchor. There's all my tabs.
It says that Maestro Brandt is now offline.
That is not true, as the YouTube video will show. Come on. Ugh, it's just like. Also, if you work like, I'm sure like a lot of like, there's look at my my icons, Cookie Monster. Cookie. Waiting for this game, yes. People in like hospital settings or like companies where there's like a system of computers, it's always so slow, and the government's the same. Like, oh, the system's down. All the employees are like, yep, I got to work and my computer is still not turned on yet, kind of thing. Or, oh, I'm supposed to help this customer like open an account. Can't do that because the system's just like frozen forever across the entire country. I have opinions. Open for joining. I thought I did. Do you have to let me in or something, or?
No, you're in. Start game.
This is Board Game Arena, by the way. You can see all the stuff. Let me just get this ugly bookmark bar up here out of the way. Oh, I thought I hit accept. There we go.
All right.
Oh, it's being so slow. Yay, this is an allegory for... I wonder if it's my computer, because my computer's kind of hot at the moment. Coming in hot.
Mine has been also overheating a lot recently. You think we play too many games?
I mean, there is no such thing, but probably. To the mere mortals, well, not to nonsensicals.
Yeah, that's true.
How are you guys doing listening to this week's podcast? Hopefully, there's a little bit more free flowing this week. I'm feeling good this episode.
I
Amanda, how's your work going? I
my
know you got
work.
scratched today, but
I did. I
any
got
fun
scratched.
stories? Do you like it? Do you?
I actually love my job. I really
Yeah.
do.
Why is that? Tell us about it.
Every so often, you get a kid who's violent, but in the end, I love my job. I love my job revolves around watching children and taking data on their behavior, and
Sorry, embarrassing
then
turn for the
we
Zaxter.
we use the data that we take to design and implement interventions to either reduce the problem behaviors or increase their repertoire of functional skills. So it's very cool. It's very
Mhm.
awesome. There's nothing like watching a child learn things. It's my favorite thing to do. I love my job.
Just like from the curious data scientist in me, do you get to see? So you're collecting the data yourself, and I'm sure there's an interface or something where you submit the data you collect, right?
Yes, I have
Um,
an app that I use to collect
awesome,
um
nice
like
turn.
all of the, yeah, I know, right? I have an app that I use that I basically, when I get to a client, I start a session with them and then I take all my data like in the app, and then at the end I finish my progress note and it like syncs all of the data
Mhm.
to
That's a
the,
genius. I
the web
love this
portal.
idea.
And then at the end of every week, because I am,
It's not your turn. I try to click on it.
so at the end of the week, I am like a middle tier person. So I go in and I write like a weekly report, and then every month I write a monthly report, and every 3 months I write a quarterly. And it's basically just a summary of all the data, and it's really cool because sometimes you get a kid who, when they come in, is just kind of aggressive because they don't really
Mhm.
have a way to communicate. And so for the first 3 months, you're seeing them be like really aggressive or whatever. And
How
then,
many tanks? I just got all tanks basically. That was a horrible turn. Yeah, so
um,
kid starts being
yeah.
aggressive, not being able to just because he can't
So
communicate.
they're like I said, they start being aggressive. They can't really communicate with you. But once you've worked with them for about 3-4 months, they start really getting skills, and you
Mhm.
start developing a relationship with the kid, and they start making progress, and just so cool to see.
Yeah.
I love all the kids I work with, even the ones that sometimes bruise me.
So what I was thinking is, okay, your job is to go be with the kid and record the data and then through the app. And then I thought that the data went to like someone else and they dealt with it. But it sounds like what you're saying is it kind of collects the data for you, like you're doing it along the way. And then you have reports that you yourself deal with it. Is that true, or am I
Yeah. So
misinterpreting it?
also, like, I work under the supervision of a licensed professional.
Right.
I am I have a credential, but the people above me have like a better, more in-depth, more educated kind of credential. So like
Okay.
the people above me are board certified behavior analysts, so they have the knowledge and skills to like design and implement and teach all of the interventions that I'm using in my session.
Mm. Hmm.
So I use quite a bit of that knowledge, and I actually have so far learned a ton from my job.
Yeah.
From like, so also, since I'm in school for behavior analysis, I get the privilege of like
Oh my gosh.
data analysis.
7 tanks out the gate. It just
Dang.
says you rolled too many tanks immediately. The only option is to end your turn.
So because I am in grad school for behavior analysis, I have the privilege of like learning from the people around me and like gaining their knowledge, and I work with just a ton of people who know so much about the field, and so I'm learning a lot.
Mhm.
and also learning what to do, but also through some of the people I work with, learning what not to do.
That's
Just
really cool.
from some of the things that I have seen and experienced and had conversations with, I am learning how to be better at what I do. And I think that that is so cool. So I love my job. I love what I do. Sometimes I get injured, but I know what I signed up for.
Hmm. Yeah, the whole like you're doing your stuff and you have an app that collects the data the whole time.
Yes.
That stuff's really cool to me. Um, yeah,
So
and
basically,
yeah.
we have an app, and so the behavior analyst will go in and they'll go out. So before I even get to the kid, the behavior analyst has gone out and seen the kid and like talked to the parents and
Hmm.
said and asked the parents like, what do you want out of what we do? And
What a
based
roll!
on
What a
that,
turn!
oh man, you just got
Oh, I'm 2 away from winning.
no, absolutely not. So the behavior analyst will go out and say, well, this is what I see based on what I've seen. Like,
Oh no,
did
Amanda's
I
gonna
just
win.
did I
Amanda's
just
gonna
win
win.
it now? Did I just win it
Losers
now?
win. Losers win.
No, you get
Oh,
another
okay. This is it. All right. Absolute silence is necessary.
turn.
Oh, it all comes down to this. All right. I need at least 2 points. Oh no. It is now impossible for me to win. Oh, this game's stupid. Play the sad trombones.
Oh man.
The almighty scoreboard comes out. Oh. Well, should I rate this game adaptation? This game adaptation is perfect. Not today. Not now. I'll do it later, guys. All
So
right, final score there.
final
What's the
score.
almighty scoreboard?
If you're keeping track at home, and you should be, the almighty scoreboard says Zach 4, Amanda 6, Mahina 1.
1. Okay. We'll talk more about Amanda's job next week because my computer's about to die. She has to go do something really soon, and we're already past a half hour. But closing thoughts. Send us your voice recordings. There's a URL. You have to go to the URL. What is it? Right after
Yeah,
the
so go to the episode description. Go to the episode description. At the very end of the episode description, there is a URL. I am assuming that you copy and paste it into your URL bar, and it'll take you to a place where you can record a voice message to send us your guesses.
Yes, do it, and you will be put into a subsequent episode. Maybe we'll have to do like a 2-week thing. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I think it's a great idea. You can find us on where, Amanda, because she has it pulled up.
Yes, you can find us on. I actually don't have it pulled up anymore. Hang on.
Oh, never mind.
You can find us on Anchor, Breaker, Google Podcasts, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts, which is where you should be going to rate us 5 stars.
Or wherever there is that has ratings. You should rate us 5 stars anyway.
Yes.
Do it. All right. Talk to you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.